I think 4's better. Good Lord, guys. Be careful. 2 of them guys taking that. Holy crap, man. That thing's heavy. That is so heavy for 2 people. Very dangerous. Slippery. Very, very dangerous. This is normal, guys. This trail, you see how muddy this is? Now this is very normal for this trail to be this muddy. They're packing this 180, 200 pound structure into the farm. You can see them up there. But so you guys know, this is our normal in Leyte, wet. But we have to beat the rainy season with all this stuff. So we're packing shitloads of material into the farm. And this is one of them. A whole solar setup for the well. A whole bunch of stuff for a Kubo. Building materials. I believe we're going to have to pack 50 plus bags of 50 to 100 bags of concrete and sand in here. So I'm trying to get down here without busting my ass. So you know, if you don't know, now you know. I'm very bad with my equilibrium and balance issues. I would try to catch them, but even at that, they're faster than me. I can't catch up because I'm too crippled. I usually make it two to 3 days a week. Well, here we are at the farm again on a Sunday, and we got a Louie out there harvesting rice. So this is the corn, guys. And there's my crew.
Hi.
We got the world famous Janelle, Jerson, and Jessica, the 3 J's. Triple J, Triple J. Ayo, ayo.
Brothers.
We're all brothers and sisters. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Hey guys, this is a stupid idea. You're gonna go bankrupt. You're spending way too much money. You're gonna have 280,000 in it. You're not gonna get any money. And on that comment, I wanted to say that I did the math, guys, and I want you guys to know, when I say 25 a pull, that's high. That's very high, actually. You probably do it for 15 a pull, but I always do my estimates on high. But even at 25 a pull, guys, in like 2 years, if you did 1,000 a month, I believe it's 2 years. Don't quote me on that. You can do your own math, but in 2 years, yeah, it's in 2 years you can have exactly what I have at 25 a pull, and that's only saving 1,000 of your pension and putting 1,000 of your pension into a fund to do this on your family's land. This is for expats, so you know, or locals. So it's not, you don't have to go bankrupt to do this, man. It's but I've had a lot of hate lately. It's like, wow, man, I can't believe the hate I'm getting for helping the Philippines, or at least trying. Now, there's no guarantee I might fail. You know, I could have a Yolanda come in, but I always fortune things in, you know. Like, this is on the backside of a typhoon front. So this sits on the east side of a mountain, or east side, I call it a hill, they call it a mountain. But yeah, these cuttings, that's for you, Colonel, cuttings. These cuttings are on the east side of a hill. So the typhoons hit the west side. So there's a natural shelter here, guys. This whole mountain shelters this whole orchard that's tucked away in here. And I've seen Yolandas. I've seen these trees stripped bare. And see how this grid is? And it's all tied to the stumps of the trees. So it can come through. The wind can blow freely through these, you know, right down these. And yeah, they could strip the leaves off. You know, they could strip it all the way down to the stem. But it's not going to die. It might set you back a year. But what's a year, man? I mean, come on. You waited 3 to 4 to produce. You're in at like 4 or 5. You're making bank. Yeah, so what if it... Now, another one was, oh, what if it's only 150? You're telling everybody, you know, you know, blah, blah, blah. Now, I want to address this guy personally that's saying we're going to go bankrupt and everything. And I'm going to address it because you offended me by saying that I'm promising my employees all this, you know, all these investors, you know, they're promising them all this money. Now, I'm going to go up here and ask Jerson right now. This is for, so you know, he's a shareholder. So we're going to address how much money he invested in here, into this farm. Hey, Jerson. So he's tying, I'm going to ask you a couple questions. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay, so you are going to be a shareholder, right? To this corporation. How much do you have to pay for shares?
What?
How much? How much do you have to pay per share for this corporation?
I don't know.
Zero, bro. You don't have to pay anything.
Yeah.
So Jerson's getting shares for free, and he's also making day wage to do what he's doing here. Now we're on a Sunday. So as far as, now what happened, Jerson, if we get all these in and a typhoon comes and wipes out and we don't get for another year, are you going to lose any money personally?
No.
No, hell no, because you didn't pay any to get in the corporation. It's gifted to you. So the guy that's telling me that I'm telling all the people that they're going to make all this money and on their investments, there is no investment. His investment is time. So him being here doing this is his investment. Plus he's getting paid wages for it. So as far out of pocket, none of these Filipinos of my workers are expected to pay any money down at all on this corporation. They're just going to get gifted. You know, now say if Jerson wants to buy somebody out that isn't, you know, isn't happy and they want out of the corporation, he has the option to buy their shares. So he could up his shares by buying that. That's another bylaw. They can only sell their shares at cost to other shareholders. So then, like say if Jessica and Athen wanted out, or say Janelle or Billy, or I don't know if they're not in it yet, but if they want out, Jerson has the option to buy them shares and then he'll up his stake in the corporation. That's when he's going to put out money. But it's not, they're not investing anything but their time and they're getting paid for it. So I wanted to be clear on that. Thanks, Jerson. So I wanted to be clear on that these people, they're not, some hater commenting that I'm lying to you guys and all this. Yeah. So, yeah, so there you go, guys. Look at this. So say we got a super typhoon coming in from the west and swirling to the north direction. It's going to swirl and it's going to come right down this line and right out the other side. So it's all set up for that. And I'm telling you guys them stems are really volatile and they're really weak and blah blah blah. Look at that thick. That's like a damn tree root, man. Come on, dude. You can come up with better hate than that. These things are hardy, man. Hardy. That one's like 2.5 months old in the hot season, man. This thing's been through 100-degree days repetitively, and it's still not even a wrinkle on it from dehydration. Look how beautiful that stem is. And this is how you do it. You trim these leaves back so they fall off, the first 2 or 3, and then you also trim them up from the bottom. But I really don't get where the hate's coming from, man. I'm not even monetized, which I will bring up. Buy my crew a beer. You know, it's on Buy Me a Coffee. Goes right to the crew. But as far as the hate, even to going outside to slandering me on other networks, and then I get messages, you know, saying that people slandered me, and yeah, that's just totally bogus, man. It's like I'm not going to put up with it, but more or less, my workers won't put up with it, man. I mean, whoever does that, I feel for you. Not about me, man. About the workers. You're destroying the workers, and they know it, and they know who you are. So heed that warning, man. So yeah, Athens cutting in here, guys. So check that out. And I did there's the little boys. They're going to be our main vegetable thieves right there. So they walk right through there. They're coming right on through the farm. Yeah, right through the middle of it. So they'll be our little vegetable pickers. And that's fine because that's just expected 30%, 20 to 30% loss on that. And Athens cutting the grass. I had him cut the grass distant, you know, at least 4 feet from all planting, because the bugs are coming in. And then tomorrow, guys, I'll pick up some bug repellent and well, bug spray for the farm. We got to buy a sprayer for edibles, so we'll have to buy another sprayer and some bug spray for edible plants, because you just don't put anything on these plants you want, because then you end up consuming it. So we will be spraying tomorrow too, and he cut in there too. He cut all that out. Something that's so funny, guys, is these you could find these in Home Depot for $15, $20, $30. These plants. I don't know the name of the plant. It's a jungle plant, but they're everywhere. But like I said, we have edibles everywhere. Now like I said, I don't know about these fig trees. I don't think you can eat them. I believe this is a moringa. I might be wrong, but I don't think that's a moringa. That's something else. We got papayas, coconut, we got lemons, we got wild pineapples. I'll go try to get the guys to pick a pineapple later, so I can show you a wild pineapple. We got cantaloupe, watermelon, cucumbers along that line down there by Assen, eggplant, corn up the yin yang, thanks to James and Karen. So, but that's just excuse me, that's just the beginning, and I'm just getting started, guys. So yeah, bear with me, okay? Catch me on the next clip. I'm going to show you the well, I'm going to show you the tank, I'm going to show you everything. Another shout out to Texas Todd, CH Rebel, for being my first member on Buy the Crew a Beer. That's Buy Me a Coffee on my link. He's my first monthly membership. Thank you so much, Todd. Excited to see you next week. And Norm's been one of my top, Norm and Darren, both from Australia, top supporters to my crew. They totally appreciate you guys when you get over here. I expect a visit and come hang out with the crew and have some beers and whatever, man. If you don't drink, I'll buy you Coke or whatever. But totally, guys, everybody's welcome here. You know, my followers, if they want to tour the vanilla farm, you know, I ain't gonna charge anything. You know, come on in here. Come on in, take a tour. You know, think about it. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. You don't have to do it. If you want to do it, you know, grab onto the reins and let her go, man. Let her buck. That's what I always say. Powder River, let her buck. So thanks so much, guys, for joining me today on this Sunday. God's country. I call this my church. My wife's actually in Catholic church, and we had to work, unfortunately. But thanks so much, guys. Love and peace, and see you next round.
Hello. We're checking the pineapple if they are already harvested or not. We're in the bamboo part. And we see a big hole. I don't know what is inside of that, snake or something. Hole or longan? And here's the pineapple. Not ready. They're not ready to harvest. They're too young.
Too young.
We will check another if we can find some ripe one.
Bahay namin maliit lamang. Pero mahal ito. Ano to? Kasi nila harap. Corona. Pero ang kalo boss. Kalo. Nadugay pa na eh. Buwan pa ni buwan. Maguna pa tong mangga.
Maybe another month we can harvest this pineapple.
Ada.